What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So today what we're going to be doing is, you can see in the top right that we are a 99 overall team again. If you guys joined me during the YouTube stream, you would have seen how we went about doing that. We went away from going, with Troy Polamalu and playing Taylor Mays at linebacker and just went back to our regular core. I'm going to get to that in a second. We're also going to be raid selling Antonio Cromartie. I know, just the other day I told you the dude was raw. That dude right there, when you run the ball at him, it's like he's welcoming you to just run all over him. And, in defensive coverage, he's really, really good. Okay? But that's it. After that, he sucks. Like, there's nothing really going on about it. We will be, taking care of a couple other things. Why didn't Adrian Peterson sell? I know the dude is garbage, but we tried him out on the Twitch stream. That dude sucks. Like, guys, stay away from him. He made no plays. He didn't do anything he was supposed to do. I don't know who's responsible for making that golden ticket, but shout out to that guy. That guy don't care about nothing, dude. This dude sucks. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of him right now for a little bit less than we had him up for yesterday. I don't know why he did not sell. We're going to also raid sell Antonio Cromartie as soon as possible. So this is what I need you guys to do, right? If you guys want to keep Cromartie, just understand that we discovered during the live stream, like I just told you, if you run the ball to his side, he is not getting off of a block ever. Deion Sanders is glitchy like that to where EA Sports cheats for him and he's able to get off blocks, but there's a lot of other players that never get off blocks. So he's one of those guys. Defensively, he did get burnt when we played a game live on Twitch. Remind me, guys, if you were at the Twitch stream, especially if you guys are subscribed to me on GmiasWorld Gaming, you would know. I can't remember how many times he got burnt, but I think a lot of you guys were requesting that he be raid sold effective immediately. And I got to give him a benefit of the doubt. He was a new card that they just gave a power-up expansion. I'm trying to give these guys some opportunities, but they are really, really bad. And whether the game is tuned or it's not tuned or EA is still doing whatever, that doesn't matter. We have to figure out ways to make sure that we're getting a lot more wins than losses. It doesn't, like, bro, who likes to lose? Like, it's not something that we take pride in doing. So I don't want that to become a situation for us to where we have to worry about that. Okay, we had a 95 overall power-up pass, so he didn't cost us anything. So that's a good thing. All right, so he's raid sold, but we got our training back. We're up to 81,000 training. That's good. Now we're going to go ahead and find Mike Evans. We already put all the stuff on him. All right, so he's been, absolutely upgradable. We're just going to go put him back into the lineup and then, obviously keep our 99 overall team going the way it's supposed to be happening once we remove that one player. So here we go right here. We're going to go over to Antonio Cromartie, get rid of him completely. And that guy, like I said, he has to go. All right, guys, look, I do it very, very quickly. I tell you guys, let me be the practice dummy. Let me figure out what's going on, and then that's how we do it, okay? If you guys want to still stay with whatever's working for you, that is 100% fine. I'm not forcing anybody to change their team as much as I do, okay? I'm just letting you guys understand, dudes are garbage out here. Oh, wait, okay, yeah, he is a 98 speed, 99 excel. But again, with his weight and everything that goes on with it, even if they have a tight end out there that's blocking, he somehow gets off the block. And his numbers don't even correspond to that, to be honest. Where's his block shedding at? Like, he got an impact block. His block shed is only to 65, so I don't know what it is. Like I said, I guess it has to go by weight, because he's a heavy dude. Like, he's a bigger guy at corner, and giving him 98 speed and 99 excel, that's going to definitely jump it up a little bit, right? So that's something that you guys may want to keep in mind as you go forward. Now, as far as everything else goes, we did make a couple adjustments. We took the abilities off SAP and gave it back to Jadeveon Clowney, and then Lawrence Taylor. Both those guys have the abilities on them again, and then Sean Taylor is our user. Now, one of the other things that you guys were suggesting, because Sean Taylor actually might play a little bit better without abilities than Taylor Mays does, because he has better zone coverage, and like, obviously, he's a little bit more cheesy. So some of you guys were saying, Gmia, why don't you let Sean Taylor be the guy without abilities, and then pretty much user Troy Polamalu? Because you see, with Troy Polamalu, because he's smaller, giving him lurker and the abilities makes him OP, as opposed to the fact that Sean Taylor, the game will probably just cheat for Sean Taylor. To be honest, like, more than likely they're going to cheat and make it so that Sean Taylor can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? So with this guy, he doesn't really have the hit power and all the other stuff, but he's a guy that's very, very, he's shifty also. Like, he'll move around and do some stuff. But what I don't like about what they did, though, he has a 64 spin move. Like Troy Polamalu, yeah, I guess that makes sense because like he never really was known for that, for going out there and pretty much you know, having that glitchy, you know, spin move and elusiveness. But he was a guy that just made a lot of plays. But that's something that we would have to deal with if we did make him our user. But what's happening now is you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Now that we're back at a 99 overall and we're not putting these guys in at middle linebacker, we don't have use for a lot of these cards. Now, as far as putting these guys who are heavier and bigger at the cornerback position, I want to make sure that I'm absolutely 100% clear. These guys are not going to be able to make the same plays that the corners do. Because if they don't have press, it will cause issues. You see what I'm saying? Dudes are going to get up the press instantaneously. So for instance, Taylor Mays gets, what does he get? He gets run stopper, right? So he's a guy that if we put him in at corner, he might be a guy that will handle his business, right? But if we need him to press, it's probably not going to happen for us. All right, so let's take a look at some of the press ratings that are going on right now and see what we could do with those guys in those positions. So once we get down to the press, so he has an 83 press. Not bad, but not good, right? This guy has an 80 press, Calvin Johnson. All right, now with the way that it is, these guys probably, because they're heavier, they may keep the guys there longer. Okay, that could be a possibility because some of you guys are asking about that. The one thing that I want to point out though is that the zone coverage, if they're in zone coverage, they should play the zone the same way. In certain cases, can they be burnt deep for 6? Absolutely, but who doesn't get burnt for 6? Like, it doesn't matter how fast you are in the game, you can still be burnt for 6. So that is one other thing you could do. Now, who would I recommend that you put at corner? When you look at Calvin, see, it probably would make sense to make Sean Taylor go there and play corner. You know what I'm saying? Let's just look at the numbers. We could go ahead and check that out. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, block shedding is an 83. His block shedding is a 95. What's this guy's? 81. So Sean Taylor has the better block shed. So he would be a better corner, obviously. Finesse moves 75. Well, this guy and the power moves. What about Calvin? What are you doing? 53, yeah. So Sean Taylor would be the better corner to actually lock up that side. Let me look at some other stuff. Jumping 97. Yeah, it looks like that's what it would be. So look, this is what would be happening. The press ratings on these guys are not good. So if you were to man them up and do different things, they probably would not hold the guy as long. So you would have to be hovering around with your user in order to make it happen. But it is something that's worthy of trying. For those of you guys that are asking about it, like, you got all these guys there. So what are you going to do with those guys if, you know, you're going to be getting rid of everybody else? Yes, we could try them out of corner. But I'm just making sure that you guys understand clearly when you put these guys at corner, because we're going to probably choose Taylor Mays and Sean Taylor to be our cornerbacks, right? Which means that Calvin is going to stay at his safety position. Okay, he's not the most agile guy, but, you know, he'll be able to make some plays there. And that means that we would have to give not Taylor Mays, we'd have to give Troy Polamalu the abilities. So he would get Enforcer, Lurker, Pick Artist, and Acrobat. He would have to be our user in order to make everything work out, to help us stop the run game, to do things like that. So realistically speaking, Jalen Ramsey won't play all the time and Mike Evans won't play all the time. We'll be using safeties who are heavier and bigger, Sean Taylor and Taylor Mays at corner, Calvin Johnson and Troy Polamalu at the safety positions, right? Those are the 4, because we're running a 3-4 defense. Now, when we go to, if we have to run nickel, you know, dime 1-4-6 or whatever, we could do whatever we want in that case, if that's something that you're going to be asking about as well. But the biggest thing that I wanted to show you guys is we are back to being a 99 overall team. We are going to make it work. The other thing that I wanted to point out, for whatever reason, if you do want to put Kevin Green in at D-line, because obviously we have Lawrence Taylor and Jadeveon Clowney, who are guys with abilities, Kevin Green is really good. Now, the problem is, if you put him in for Reggie White becomes useless, or we would have to put Reggie White in at D-tackle and then let Sapp not get any airtime, which, you know, it could work out a little bit better, but we could always just put Myles Garrett there for maximum speed action. You know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett will go there in certain places, and then we'll figure it out from there, because Myles Garrett is honestly, he's the glitch. And, you know, we're not putting abilities on him, but I'm just giving you guys some food for thought, how to utilize some of the players that you still have while, you know, we kind of get through the month of July. All right, so that could be something that we do as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out some of the things that I just suggested and get back to you with the feedback, and then we'll go from there, as we always do. But we are a 99 overall team. I think everything is above the 30s of 30. Sprinter, Brawler's good. 49er Camp is not where it is because we got rid of all the other players. And to be honest, I don't even know which players I got rid of. I know the free safety we got rid of, Merton Hanks. I think we got rid of the running back over here. We got rid of Randy Moss. There's a lot of stuff that went on. So I'm not really worried about the 49er Camp. But we're going to go ahead and experiment with what we just spoke about, and I'll get back to you guys with that info as soon as possible. I'm going to talk to you guys later. You go ahead and have a blessed day. Until next time. One love, y'all.